first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click. And I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now Jones. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's second down.
Howard, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Deadling to throw it. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Deadling finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
On the pickup.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Here's Vaughn. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess they kept...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dallas.
Tony Pollard, 69 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
The Cowboys.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
5-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you... And the Cowboys back. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 14. Can't get away. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. 20! And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tony Pollard ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
5-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 10. Etling throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. Pressure he's been under.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Etling. They'll set up the screen to Vaughn. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
To throw again, and that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, yes, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
5-yard line.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. And that might return for a late touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
5-yard line.
Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. They did their job coming into the hostile environment, doing what needed to be done to get the W.
And that has to feel great because all during the week, that's one of the goals that they talked about. Going on the road, making that stadium their own, establishing themselves in the game. Give them credit. They got all those things done.
Yeah, both sides of the football did their job in this one. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over. He's got it at the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback taken down and sacked. A fumble on the play.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll